Hello my friends, today we have a 30-minute circuit. Each exercise is going to be 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Equipment that you need today, some sort of elevated surface. I just have a big plate here. You could use like a small step stool or something along those lines. You need a set of dumbbells and a bench. Okay, so let's get started with our warm-up. The warm-up will start with a squat with an elbow to knee. So we're gonna bring our hands behind our ears. We're gonna sit down into a nice deep squat position and pulling that elbow towards our opposite knee. Okay. The next of our warm-up activities is gonna be a deep squat with open up. Okay. So I'm gonna bring my hands above my head. I'm going to hinge from my hips straight down, coming in between my feet here to a deep squat position. And from here, I can open up, back to center, open up, and pop back up, okay? Ideally, you can keep that weight sort of on your heels. If not, you can kind of shift your weight to the side if you aren't quite that flexible in order to get that open up done. Okay, our third exercise for our warm-up is our bent over diagonal open ups. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my feet about shoulder width apart, knees are slightly bent. I'm gonna hinge from my hips, and I'm gonna open up, diagonal, and then straight out. Okay, stand back up, down to this position, diagonal, diagonal, straight across. Okay. All right, so that's our warm up. Next we'll move into our circuit. We'll do the circuit 3 rounds through. The first of our circuit exercises is a elevated front foot split squat. So I'm gonna put my front foot on top of my plate. I've got a nice wide stance. I have my dumbbell in my back arm, and I'm gonna do an Arnold press while doing the split squat, okay? So I'm going to come down to a lunge position, breathe out as I press up. Okay, so I'll do 45 seconds each side with that. Next, we're gonna move to a renegade row with a push-up. So I've got my dumbbells here, and you can either do half of your time on one side and then switch, or alternate, and I'll kind of show you both here, okay? So if you wanna alternate, you're gonna have both your hands on your dumbbells. You're gonna do your push-up and row, push up and row, okay? If the balance is tough, bring your feet apart so you have a little bit of a wider stance. If it's too hard to do from your feet, you can come down to your knees here, and same thing. Push up, row, okay? So that's our renegade row. Next we have a 90 to 90 kneeling. So no weights for this one. I'm gonna come to a 90-90 position. And chest up, nice erect posture here. I'm going to move to my 90 to 90, lift up to a kneeling position, really popping those hips forward, nice mobility work here, alternating directions, okay? Just a nice little mobility activity there for you. Next we have skater hops. Little plyometrics here. Make sure you have plenty of space. And we're gonna start on one foot and hopping across, whoop. Okay, as many rounds through as we can within that 45 seconds. Next, we're gonna grab a dumbbell and do our dumbbell pullovers. You'll need your bench for this. For this, I'm gonna be having my shoulders on my bench. I'm pushing my hips up, pulling my belly in tight, and I'm gonna drive that weight above my head. Breathe out as I pull that weight back up. Okay, so that's our dumbbell pullover. And our last exercise in the circuit is, I would say, the hardest. It's an elevated plank, and you can do it in 2 different ways. Okay, so I'll show you the hard version first and then the easier version. So for the hard version, I'm gonna have my feet elevated on my bench, okay? Holding in a side plank position. If that's too challenging, we can switch it and put our arm up here. So here we can come to our forearm to an elevated position here, okay? So 45 seconds each side for the elevated side plank, okay? And once you're through with 3 rounds in your circuit, we'll move to our cool down, okay? So I'm gonna start with a wide leg standing forward fold, okay? I'm gonna bring my hands behind my back, really open up my chest and hinge forward from the waist. Okay, so 45 seconds there. Next we'll move to a standing side lunge. I'm gonna sit down here, do this for about half your time, 20 seconds or so, and then switch and hit the other side for 20 seconds or so. And then lastly, we'll move to a deep squat shift. So back into that deep squat position, and we're just shifting our weight just nice and easy from side to side, just ending with a nice hip opener for us. All right, and that, my friends, will give you a nice 30-minute full body strength training circuit.